Hello my friends, it is Caddy and happy World Card Making Day 2016. The Spiegelmom Scraps team is having our monthly vlog hop today because it is the first of the month. So since it is National Card Making Day, we are going to be making cards. So definitely look forward to that. And I will have the link to my blog post below. You guys can follow along and hop along with the blog and be entered to win a prize. So definitely go check it out and go visit all the blogs so you can get tons of inspiration for your cards. So I am beginning with my card. I cut down that brown cardstock. That's just Recollections cardstock from Michaels. Cut it down to just under 5x7, and the reason being I have a ton of 5x7 envelopes that I need to use, so a lot of the cards I make are 5x7 or close to 5x7 in size, but of course you can cut it down to whatever size you prefer. I cut down the brown paper just slightly under that, and then this piece of paper here, the stripe paper, is from the Cocoa Vanilla Love Always collection, and I'm just cutting that even smaller. So I just have so the brown paper is actually the card base, so it's the one that flips, and then this is just a piece of paper, of pattern paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create, or I thought I was going to create, two shaker areas, and I am trimming through the white area of the card. I'm leaving a little piece of white on top, but I am cutting out sort of two rectangles in there, and I'm just doing that so that I can create my shaker areas. So I thought about using my X-Acto knife, but I figured that was going to take way too long, and my scissors, I didn't want to butcher the whole thing, so I decided to use my trimmer. And if you want to use your trimmer for this, oh, I did use my X-Acto knife. Yeah, just kidding, I did. I just use it with my ruler, and I just use a stamp block, and then I just use a piece of paper underneath it. And I did cut it. It was going to be a nicer, cleaner cut with my X-Acto knife. So, and then I just popped those right out. And as you can see, so I have the majority of the pink area, and then I have just a border around those rectangles in the white. So I'm happy with this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually cover those holes. And I'm going to cover them with acetate. And I went off to get my acetate, so there it is. And that's just heat resistant acetate. But you can use any type of clear acetate you have, or transparencies even you can use. So and then I'm just going to add adhesive to the back of the card, or the back of that paper, and I'm just adding a lot of adhesive to make sure that this piece of acetate is stuck on there very, very well, and I'm just wiping it down so that I don't have any finger smudges on it. And then I just go ahead and place that down. Easy peasy. And I did have a request to go kind of slow motion in a shaker card. I will do that. I think that it's pretty basic to follow these steps, but I will do one in slow motion for you guys. I just have not had the time to record it. Life has gotten a little bit crazy, but yeah. So, but I will get to that, I promise. So I did go ahead and just put what is it? Foam mounting tape all over the back of my card, as you can see there. And then for the bottom shaker, I decided to use this trim. This is trim that I just had sitting on my desk. I literally pulled it out the other day from a drawer, and it's from Michaels. It's from the $1.50 bin, and I've had it forever. And it's the perfect mint color that's going to go with my sequins. So I'm using that, and then I used some white American Crafts cardstock, which I get from from Spiegelmom Scraps, and I stuck it onto a white piece of paper, and then I'm gonna add some more adhesive. That trim already has adhesive behind it, but I am gonna use some more adhesive. I'm using Scotch Quick Dry adhesive in my fine line bottle, and I'm just gonna reinforce it because the adhesive on that is not all that great. So I'm just sticking it down onto a piece of white cardstock. And it doesn't matter if it's straight on there. I mean, the actual trim has to be straight, but not on the paper, because anyway it's going to be behind everything. And the reason I did this is I didn't want the brown background in the card. I just wanted the brown border. So I'm just sticking it on there, and I just flip it over so I can see where I'm sticking it, and there you go. It's just a little scallop trim border, and it's really, really pretty. And then I take my sequins. These are the Mint Mocha Dream, or Mocha Mint Dream, and they're gorgeous. It's a beautiful mint color. It's a light pink, like a copper color, and then some lighter sort of like brown ones. So it's really, really pretty mix. For fall, it's gorgeous. So I just fill that, and I think I'm going to add a few more here in just a second. Or I think I already added them. So I just take off the adhesive behind that area, and then I just stick down my piece of white American Crafts cardstock. And there you go, easy peasy, you have a shaker card. So it's very simple. So I took these doilies. These are the doilies from the shop. I had cut them down, and you're going to see me kind of stick them down and take them off because I wasn't happy with the way it looked. So I thought about adding 4 pieces, just kind of peeking out behind, and I'm going to mess with this a whole lot, but in the end I'm just going to have 2 pieces, one on each side. So I'm going to add some more adhesive to that where the white cardstock is, and then I'm going to add some adhesive to my background, and then I'm going to stick this down. And it looks cute like that. I don't know why I didn't like it. In the moment I didn't like it. So I just take everything off. Thankfully, I mean, it did stick pretty well on there, but I was able to get it off without really messing up anything. So, yeah. So then I decide I want maybe the border going all around, but I didn't end up liking that either. There was too much. So yeah, you're going to see me just kind of mess with this and place the doilies all around. And maybe if I had a, I guess a thicker border around, like the brown border showed up a little bit more where you can see the doilies a little bit more, maybe I would have liked it better then. But I don't know, I didn't like it. You're gonna see me not like it in just a minute. So there it is. I stuck it all down. I'm looking at it, and then I said, nope, I don't like this. There it comes off again. So I am, before, I think I stuck it down again because I fixed that, and nope, take it off again. So you see, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody is indecisive, and I was indecisive at this point. So this is what I just left it as. I could have just taken off the doilies, but I wanted a little bit of that doily peeking out from back there because I really love those doilies. So it's just a nice little detail on the card. Alright, so I'm done with the doily. So I'm moving on to my sentiment, and I'm going to use this wood veneer that says thankful, and I'm pretty sure I got that from Freckled Fawn in one of the Freckled Fawn wood veneer packs that I got a while back. So I'm going to do this technique that I've seen done a whole lot lately. I think the first one I saw do it was Victoria Marie. I saw her make this, or do this technique. And I think there are thickers now that come like this or something, and I don't know. But anyway, so I just took a piece of washi tape and I masked off the top of my wood veneer. And I'm using Versamark ink. And I'm going to just sprinkle the bottom with this sort of brownish copper color of embossing powder, and this is from Hampton Art. That's the brand, Hampton Art embossing powder. It comes in a pack with a bunch of colors, so I'm using that sort of brownish copper color, and then I just use a brush to just kind of wipe off any excess that is on the top, and then I just tap it with my tweezers to make sure the excess comes off, and then I just emboss it. And embossing is just this wonderful technique. It's a powder, so when you heat it, it melts, and it just is permanent on your image. So it's beautiful. I love embossing. So you could leave it just like that and leave it half wood veneer, half brown, but I decided to do the other half in white. So I'm gonna do just that. So the heat embossing dries right away, so you really don't have to wait for it to dry a long time. Although I probably should have waited, because mine actually, when I took off that washi tape in the bottom, it took off a little piece. I had to re-emboss it, which I think you guys see me do it here. So I do the same thing. I just mask off the area that I already embossed. I add my Versamark ink, which is just a sticky ink, and then I added this embossing powder. This is white embossing powder from Wow. It's an opaque white embossing powder. So I'm just adding, making sure that I got everything covered there. And then I'm going to go ahead and emboss that as well. And then on that T where I'm covering right now is where my little piece got kind of nicked off. So I will go ahead and fix that. And all you do is just take your Versamark ink, add it on there, and just re-emboss it. It's very simple to do. There you go. I'm dipping it in my Versamark ink, and then I'm going to just take that excess powder that I had and just re-emboss it. And it's easy to fix. Really, with embossing, you can't go wrong. and there's very little room for error. So you can just keep reapplying if you want it to be a brighter or a more concentrated color. So it's a fun technique. So there, I'm done with my thankful, and I'm happy with the way that it looks. I love the color. It matches the sequins, or the color in the sequins very nicely. So I'm using my Scotch Quick Dry adhesive to go ahead and adhere that to the back, or to the center of the card there. And that is going to be my sentiment. And that is going to be it. That's my card. So thank you so much for joining us. Go ahead and check out the blog hop, and have a great day. I'll have all the links below. Bye-bye.